Today's documentary is about making a trash wagon. This is our victim, as it were. Let's get this thing unloaded. Alright, because we've got a bunch of parts we got from Iowa in here to get unloaded. And then we got to beat it up to Milwaukee and get started on masking and taping and painting and getting everything done on this to make a reasonable facsimile of the
Yep, you don't park Subarus in gear, Tim. It's what parking brakes are for. That's one of my pet peeves, so I'm going to say something every time it happens. So don't take offense. Just don't park it in gear. Another thing is,
every other manual transmission car we've got, we park it in gear.
yeah, but see, a Subaru will start without pressing the clutch. So if you go to turn the key and it's in gear, you run into things.
Well, that's why you should always push the clutch in regardless on any manual transmission car.
Well, that's why you shouldn't park it in gear, because it's not necessary. Because the parking brake on a Subaru works, and works effectively. The only reason anybody's domestic junk parks in gear is because the parking brakes never work and they fail. Another thing, being carbureted, pump the gas like 1 or 2 times, and press the gas to the floor all the way, then let off, and she'll fire up every time. You know, we ought to bring that wing with us.
Where are we going to put it on?
On the trash wagon.
It's already got one.
Huh?
It's already got one.
Well, then I'll put it on the sedan. No, actually put it with the turbo wagon here.
Yeah, the turbo wagon doesn't have one.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have a roof rack either. We'll leave the roof rack pieces with the turbo wagon too. I don't think that's a Subaru wing. It doesn't look like one.
No.
I had to steer it and you just let it roll forward on me. If I had to do it the other way. You want to forget our gas. That's for sure.
Listen to this.
Here we are at Walmart. We are going to pick up about $30 worth of spray paint and the like for the TrashWagon Replica. This car is going to stand out a little bit on its own as far as the TrashWagon goes, but it's going to stick to the overall TrashWagon theme, but yet it is going to be individually different than TrashWagon 5 itself. Well, we just went to Walmart, and per my suggestion, we had 22 cans of paint. Probably about 6 cans of it was dollar paint. The rest was like $3 and $4 a piece. And per my suggestion, the checkout lane, which if there's a self-checkout lane, which they didn't have, the idea of the self-checkout lane was to scan the cheap paint and put the expensive paint in the bag. But without that, we went to the checkout lane over the grocery side. I whipped out 1 can of paint, $1 can. I told this lady, I said, we got 22 cans of this paint. She had to rank that, and she ranked that up times 23. And we got all these cans of paint for $1 each and saved ourselves probably $30 worth of paint. So that right there is going to take care of all our other expenses and fall right into the budget of just the paint alone. So we're making out like bandits with the whole paint situation here.
Quite
now let's just see if we can make out with bandits as far as time is concerned to get the paint on the car.
Alrighty.
We are on our way to Harbor Freight to pick up some masking tape and some Scotch-Brite pads and maybe some Baja lights or whatever else will jump at us while we're there. Alright, we stopped at the Harbor Freight, picked up some masking tape, about a set of Baja lights, 55 watt refractive lens. We're still looking for Scotch-Brite pads. I forgot to grab that at Walmart, but I can at least get started tape it up, taking things off. But as far as laying paint down, I'm going to need the Scotch-Brite pads.